Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, and I apologize for being out for so long. I just wanted to take a break for a bit during this New Year's like celebration festive period. But I'm back now. And today I'm doing a tier list of Christopher Nolan movies because Christopher Nolan is arguably my favorite director of all time, and some of his movies are genuinely some of my favorite movies of all time. Um, so yeah, and considering that he has a new film in the works, The Odyssey, I figured now would be the perfect time to do a tier list talking about his movies. So obviously we have our tiers here, and we have our movies, and hopefully this video won't be too long. But yeah, let's just go. Starting off with Batman Begins. This movie I already talked about in Cinema's Finest as part of the entire Dark Knight trilogy, but this is a great movie. It's a great origin story for Bruce Wayne slash Batman, and It was the first Batman movie in almost a decade to actually like take Batman like seriously again. After Batman and Robin, people never wanted to see a Batman movie ever again, and Christopher Nolan came in and was like, "All right, I'm gonna make Batman like Batman again," and he did it, and he made a fantastic movie. I could tell he definitely took a lot of inspiration from like the '80s. Batman comics, some of the Frank Miller stuff where Batman was a much more serious character. Um, and it definitely reflected in this movie. This movie is much darker in tone than the Batman movies from the 90s, and it takes itself fairly seriously. Not too serious, but fairly seriously, and it results in one of the better Batman films of the 21st century. So it goes in the great tier. Then we have Dunkirk, which is um, honestly, we're gonna see a trend of a lot of these movies being in like the higher tiers. This is another great movie. I don't know if no, I'm gonna say Batman Begins is better, but I really love Dunkirk. I thought it was a great movie, and I have a friend who absolutely adores this movie. So he can talk about this movie all day if he wants to, and it actually got me to watch the movie, and yeah, I had a great time with this movie. I think it's a great film. So it's gonna go in great. Then we have Interstellar. Um, I think I should actually like create a separate tier, maybe. Um, Perhaps. Uh, um, Low key. I think I'm gonna add a row above. Because I think yeah. Uh, yeah, that's better. Gonna have to. And then I can put uh I'll put Dunkirk in amazing. Actually, I think it is better than Batman Begins. But yeah, Interstellar is one of, if not the greatest sci-fi movie of all time. I think it's one of my, I think it's my top three favorite movies of all time. I absolutely adored the heck out of this film. What Christopher Nolan was able to do and what he was able to create with this movie, absolutely beautiful. This is like one of the most recognizable movies of all time. It's one of the most like talked about movies of like the 2010s decade, and I think a lot of it is due to how incredibly emotional it can be at times, but also how well done it is in terms of capturing what makes a sci-fi movie so great. And I think Christopher Nolan put extra effort with this movie because he took a lot of like he did a lot of work into ensuring that it was as scientifically accurate as possible, by getting like real astrophysicists and real mathematicians to um validify like check the credibility of all of the science talk, all of the equations and all of the discussions around like the math and the calculations and the trajectory, with all of the space stuff. And honestly, it really, really shows. This movie is beautiful in every aspect, from a science aspect, from a sci-fi aspect. It's just a perfect movie, and it's one of my favorites of all time. So it absolutely deserves best of the best, and the performances too. Matthew McConaughey, Mackenzie Foy, like just Jessica Chastain, everybody brought their game in this movie, and Anne Hathaway too delivered one of my favorite performances from her. Like she did really, really well in this movie. So yeah, definitely is worthy of best of the best. Absolutely beautiful movie. Inception. This is another amazing movie. When I first watched this movie, I was genuinely convinced that this is like one of my favorite movies ever. But with subsequent re-watches, I've definitely kind of tuned that down a little bit. So that's why it's not in best of the best. But I mean, movie is still incredible, and it's still one of like Christopher Nolan's most iconic movies, and it's one of the most iconic movies of all time, really. So it definitely deserves a spot in like the higher tiers. It's an amazing movie, no doubt, no doubt. Then we got The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it in great as well. I'm gonna put it in great as well. Um, like this movie is very polarizing. It's a very divisive movie. Some people absolutely adore it, and some people hate it. I am closer to adoring it, but I can still see why some people have issues with this movie. The pacing can definitely feel off at times, considering that it's a nearly 3 hour long movie. You'd think that the pacing would be really well done. There are certain parts of the movie that could have definitely been chopped out, and some parts of the movie that like dragged on for too long. But I mean, this film is still a great story. I think it's still a great story. I still think the action is great. Bane is a fantastic villain. Tom Hardy's performance as Bane was like amazing, incredible. Obviously not as good as Heath Ledger because that's what everybody compares it to. Pretty much all like superhero villain performances get compared to the Heath Ledger, but Tom Hardy was still held his own, and he still like delivered a fantastic performance. So definitely deserves a spot in the great tier. This movie is pretty flipping great, and I think it was a solid conclusion to one of the best and one of the most iconic movie trilogies, and one of the best superhero movie trilogies as well. So, yeah, no doubt. I'm putting in great. Tenet. Yeah, this is the only one where I'd say it's okay. I don't know. I think there are some people who like this movie. For me, it's just all right, man. I thought the concept was pretty interesting. It was a unique concept, but it was definitely one of Christopher Nolan's most bland movies. And I hate using the word bland to describe like a Christopher Nolan movie because Christopher Nolan makes genuinely interesting and entertaining movies. But this movie was just bland. I don't know what it was. It just didn't feel right. I guess it's because it came out in 2020. But like at the same time, it's weird. It's a weird movie. It's a very weird movie, but I'm putting it in okay. The following, the following is a good movie. I think it's a good movie. This is like early Christopher Nolan. This movie's good. It's a good movie. I can't really say too much about it. I've only watched it once. And I mean I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. And then we have Insomnia. Insomnia is also good. Just a good movie. I can't really say too much about it. Again, I've only watched this one once. Like Christopher Nolan's like earlier movies, I've like only seen like one, like once. So it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Memento, also a actually no, I'm gonna say Memento's great. I think it's a great movie. Definitely underrated. It's one of I'm pretty sure this is Christopher Nolan's first movie, if I'm not mistaken. Um, this is directorial debut. So yeah, man. I mean, this movie is great. It's a great movie. Can't really say too much about it. Oppenheimer. Ah, yes. This movie is amazing. Yeah, Christopher Nolan did a very good job. Like entertaining historical biopic, and like like Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer. What a peak flipping casting choice. Cillian Murphy is one of the most talented like actors really of all time. I think he's one of the best actors of all time, and I absolutely love a lot of his work, especially obviously Peaky Blinders, and he was very much a underrated villain in a Scarecrow in the Dark Knight trilogy. But I mean, man, Cillian Murphy is a great actor, dude, and I'm so glad that they chose him to play Oppenheimer. This movie is awesome, and of course, it came out in um, joined together by the Barbie movie in 2023. We had the Barbenheimer um, whole event in 2023, which is one of the like craziest like movie cinematic experiences of like really of all time. Like that was just a crazy time. Like summer 2023 was a like a crazy time. It's just a crazy time for movies. So yeah, man, Oppenheimer is a great movie. It's a great movie. Amazing movie. The Prestige, definitely one of the most underrated in Christopher Nolan's filmography, but it is a great movie. I think it is a solid movie. And big shouts, especially to Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's performance in this movie was unbelievable. Very good movie. No doubt. So it deserves its place in the great tier. And last but definitely not least, The Dark Knight, which is not only Christopher Nolan's best movie, not only the greatest superhero movie of all time, but my favorite movie of all time, period. This movie is a flippin' masterpiece. Every single accolade that this movie like has received, every single like piece of like praise or like high like comment that this movie has, all warranted, all deserved, all the high like ratings and reviews, all deserved. Of course, the standout Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, which is one of the greatest like movie villain performances ever, or one of the greatest like acting performances of all time. And the action is a massive step up from Batman Begins. It basically just took what was great about Batman Begins and like elevated it to like 1,000. This movie is perfect. I don't think there's any flaws in this movie. It's perfectly paced, it's well acted, it's well shot, it's well everything. This movie is the best of the trilogy, best superhero movie of all time, and it's the benchmark of which every other superhero movie is compared to. Um, like when you think of like the peak superhero movie of the 21st century, the first thing that comes to most people's mind, I would hope, is The Dark Knight. And there's only a few movies in the 21st century that even come close to rivaling like the quality of this film. So I'm very impressed with Christopher Nolan managing to make such a peak movie and being able to create such a peak cinematic experience. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. Definitely a very consistent filmography. No truly bad movies in Mr. Nolan's discography. So honestly, props to him. He's managed to build a very strong filmography, and I am very much impressed and very much like fully convinced at saying that he is my favorite director, and he's one of the best directors of all time. So, yeah, no doubt. But that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to rank some of these Christopher Nolan movies. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Got big things coming in store for the YouTube channel this year, so you gotta stick around for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.